Welcome to the stream and channel, everyone. As you can see right here on screen, we have Marant. Got him off of what is now a snipe. Earlier in the day, this card was going between 38, I'd say about 40. And now his price is skyrocketing. The lowest on the auction house is, even when he drops to about 54, people are picking him up. So I wanted to get this out to you guys now because I don't know if his price is going to keep going up and up, or if it's just the time of day. Now, we know that he's popular because of his name, but let's see if he's worth it because of what he brings to the table. So, add to collection, and we're going to take this guy right into freestyle and see what he has. And we'll also be going over his statistics and so forth as well. Welcome to the team. So, for me personally, it would take a lot to keep John in my rotation because I'm pretty deep at point guard right now. But this is just to break down the card overall. And let's get right into it. Load me up 2K. So I'm really excited about this card because we all know his Ruby was just straight up amazing. As we see here with the hot zones, he has them basically everywhere, almost all of the key hot zones, which is a good look. And we know his jumper is very, very good. So again, he had a really great Ruby card. That was, if that card had clamps, people would probably still be using that card right now. It was so good. You can get a green. Yeah, he has pretty good green window. I like to find the green window for you guys just in case it feels to me like it's slippery. But he's got a pretty familiar jump shot. Fairly easy green window. Right before his fingers are about to start to move forward is when his green window is. So once you get used to it, you'll be able to hit it all the time. All right. So moving on. Sorry about that. My cat was losing her mind. If you guys are on the stream, let me know that you can still hear me. I apologize for that. All right, so we're going to get to his full court dribbles right. Actually, let's look at his leaner real quick. Solid leaner. Again, he goes straight up and down. Oh, there we go. So he has a bit of a more dramatic leaner. There we go. Yeah, he has a nice leaner. Really nice leaner. Yeah, that's gorgeous. That's actually a big plus for him. That feels really nice. I think that's something you can use in gameplay for sure. All right, so we're going to run through his full court dribbles first and foremost. We're going to look for between the legs, behind the back, crossover, double cross, half spin, and then the hezzy branches. So let's get right to it. Not a great between the legs. Okay, so between the legs, you're looking for two things. You're looking for him to maintain his speed, which he does not do. He has a massive slowdown. So now the other thing you can do is look for good horizontal movement, because that'll set him up for a three. He does have really good horizontal movement. So he has a good between the legs, but it's good for that. It's not good for advancing the ball and changing directions. All right, let's see the behind the back. Okay, it's a good behind the back. I'll upgrade it from okay. It's a good behind the back. Definitely good. Yeah, there's a little speed boost at the end of it. He slows down in the beginning, but then he speed boosts at the end of it. Let's look at it in a combo. Yeah, it works really well in a combo. And we're gonna reverse that combo, go behind the back, then cross. Okay, there's a hesitation before his crossover after the behind the back. So if you're gonna use it in a combo, I'd recommend cross first and then behind the back, because that's pretty deceptive. He stops, he gives the opponent time to see what he's doing, which is when you show it's almost like showing the ball. When you show the opponent what you're doing, that gives you time to deceive them. All right, so it's useful. It's not the best, but it's definitely useful. So what else we're gonna look at? Double cross. So there's a delay before his crossover, so I don't love his double cross for that reason. It's just too long of a setup. Like with this right here, it's okay because you're stopping your momentum to go to the between the legs and go horizontal. But the double cross is really to keep moving forward. And if you're running full court and you stop that much, if you're trying to go to the basket, the centers are going to catch up to you. So I don't love that. Let's see the behind. Okay, that's really nice. His hezzy behind the back is nice. Let's look at his in and out. Really nice in and out. Really nice in and out left stick crossover too. That's beautiful. Yeah, that's solid. Let's look at his in and out to crossover, but again, because he has a bad crossover, shouldn't be great. Between the legs is okay. In and out, cross. Yeah, he went between the legs on his own that time. That was weird. Some of the cards do that. When you branch from certain animations, they change what they do. So his hezzy cross is actually better than his regular crossover, funny enough. And that's why we check through the animations, because sometimes the branching animations change the effect of it. You see, he's much faster hesitating crossing over than a raw crossover. So that's really good news, because you do have a way to deceive, and his crossover puts him totally horizontally. So I would imagine that would be very, very effective for this card. Yeah, and that's the hesitation between the legs, takes him completely to the side, very strong. Okay, let's look at the half spin. Very nice half spin. This guy's got a serious half spin. Serious half spin. I'm gonna look at that again, running full court. Yeah, he's got a real nice half spin. Wow, that's gorgeous. Okay, now let's look at this half spin in and out, just for the combo. Yeah, his in and out really speeds him up. That's nice. So he's got some nice dribbles. To be totally honest, from a dribbling full court standpoint, I think Murray, out of the two, if we're comparing the two, he has a little bit more variety in what he's able to do. But Ja has his own game going forward. I think if you get used to it, you can definitely find a lot of stuff to do. But he's more of a specific tool for a specific situation than just having a whole bunch of really great full court dribbles. I want to look at his hesitation explosion. So he's got this weird, he's got the signature dribble where you look like you're about to shoot when you do the hezi and stop and then explode. So that's cool. And he does have a nice burst of speed off of the hesitation as well, off of the running hesitation. All right, so that's cool. So let's look at his half-court hesitation dribble. So as explained in the other video, there's 3 ways to do a hezi. You can tap left stick, you can hold turbo and press right stick towards the ball hand, or you can not hold turbo and press right stick towards the ball hand. Some characters have a different version of each one. Some, they overlap, some have 2, some only have 1. So he has the nice glitchy, which is great for him as a fast card. That's beautiful. All right, very nice. Let's see him change direction off that. Yeah, there you go. Woo! So that's smoking right there with Ja. That's gorgeous. So already we're looking elite. Let's look at him into the jumper. Yeah, that's nice. Yeah, this card is definitely good as far as that goes. He can definitely do those things. Yeah, that's beautiful. All right, well, that's going to be very strong for him. He can play a similar style to Murray and Dwayne Wade when it comes to that, but the reason Dwayne Wade is so elite is because he has probably the fastest release in the game as far as meta cards go right now. So with him, there's no time to react. With Ja and Murray, it's still really, really good, but it's not completely, no time to react. You at least have a little bit of time to get out on that jumper. Whereas with Wade, the reason I regard him so highly, there's no time to get to the jumper. It's just too quick. All right, so let's look at his other hezzies. So that was holding, well, I'm tapping hesitation here, but I'm releasing turbo. So this is if you hold turbo, what his hesitation looks like. So he can still do it if you hold turbo. You just have to so in order to do this, if you wanted to hold turbo down the whole way, you just have to continue holding the direction on the stick. And then if you want to reverse the direction, you do that, and then you go the other way, right? And there's a frame there where you get a really fast direction turn the other way. Now, Ja's a fast character, so he's going to always turn quickly, but that turn in the other direction has a variance of speed. It's a very, very, very useful move, considering he can pull up and shoot a 3 on you. And he's going to be a very good dunker, most likely. All right, let's look at the rest of his dribble. So all of his hesitations look identical. Well, let me see. So this is the left trigger hesitation. His left trigger hesitation is actually very different. So if you want to stay with your dribbles, and get into your size up stuff, that's the one you want to use. So this is left trigger, and I'm doing behind the back there. So you can come around screens and do that sort of thing. So he has a lot of variety here. Left trigger, and then do it again. Boom, you're dead. So Ja has a lot to work with when it comes to his hesitation package. So just to wrap it up, his right trigger hesitation and his regular no right trigger hesitation are both identical, but his left trigger hesitation is the same. When I say right trigger, I mean right trigger and the stick combo, which is that right there. Looks pretty much the same as when he's not doing it. This is no right trigger held. That's right trigger like alternated. And this is left trigger. As in, I'm holding turbo, but I'm tapping the left trigger. You see he's canceling totally differently, but he's completely squaring up to the basket, so you can start your dribble moves. Yeah, he's got some good stuff there. So yeah, his hesitation is definitely a go-to game level of hesi. So let's look at his standstill dribbles. Momentum. Okay, so he's got the quick, smooth momentum, the one that's strong on the baseline. Look at his double momentum. Nice. The way he moves his head, definitely very deceptive. Yeah, he's very glitchy. This guy, he plays like a part character, so definitely something I would look for with him. Let's check his. Actually, I didn't look at this with a few of the cards. Yeah, he looks like he might have a killer crossover because his between the legs is very, very explosive. So if you guys don't know, quick first step activates when you do all of these dribbles, and the fastest one is usually the between the legs. You go between the legs, and when the ball gets to its highest point, you turbo explode out of it, right? Now, you do have to time that properly, but if you time it properly, it's a really quick burst of speed. And it's very good when people are playing way up on you, and you're like in your protect dribble, and you can just explode on them without having to do anything else because they're just playing you too high. Again, that's effective both in MyTeam, Unlimited, Triple Threat Online, and the Park as well. So he's got a good version of that. Check the killer cross, see if he has it. Yeah, he has a bit of a killer crossover, meaning he does the momentum dribble immediately into a between the legs, immediately into a launch. So his is all right. It's pretty good. It's pretty good. If I was to sit here and mess with it, I could find a really fast version of it. I can tell already. It doesn't look like he has the behind the back teleport though. Let me see that. Nope, no behind the back teleport. Yeah, you can't do it. Nope, he goes into the hesitation. You know they don't have it when they go into that hesitation like that. It's not user error. It means he can't do it. Oh, no. As soon as I say that, I do it properly. He seems to have a different window for it. Yeah, so you have to make sure you're facing, with him, you have to be fully turned around facing the basket. Some cards have like a really clean window for that. You have to do it very quickly with him. Otherwise, his hesitation will activate. So you got to be real quick with it. He does turn around very quickly, which is good. I'm glad I tried that a few more times. Because usually the behind the back teleport is a really easy move. It's not a hard move to do. It's just up and down on the right stick while you're holding turbo and away from the basket. And usually the cards do it right away if they do have it. There seems to be another dribble that he wants to do. There's more of a margin of error when he does it. I don't know why that would be though. Yeah, you have to completely face away from the basket with Ja to get the teleport to trigger properly, which is very strange. Very strange that he's got that wrinkle in it. So if you try the teleport behind the back and it doesn't happen a few times with Ja, there's a reason for it because he doesn't like to do it, And if you guys have seen my videos, you see me do this with the cards that have it. I do it basically every time over and over again. But Ja, it's almost like he doesn't do it when he's facing away from the basket. He does it when he's like at a angle away from the basket. Like his head, not when it's completely turned, but when it's partially turned away, which is very odd, very strange. Does he have to be in a run? Is that it? No, I can't tell what it is. I don't know why he does it sometimes and not other times. It seems like when I do it sooner, he does it more clean. And that's why we do these deep dives on the cards, because sometimes the package of animations that they have do require different execution. See the quick first step right there. All right. So we already looked at the behind the back. I'll show it to you guys again. There you go. It's got a good version of it. That one's pretty good. Let's see. We looked at his momentum. We saw his half spin, which is very strong, into that. So yeah, I would say he has a nice package of dribbles. I don't like him more than Jamal Murray from this, but I would have to play him in TTO to like really see which one of them performs better. Maybe Ja has like a little more speed or something. I don't know. I don't know why this card's so much more expensive based on using them. So let's look at his layup and dunk packages. Solid layup, very quick. We're gonna go to the other hand now. Off-ball layup. Very nice explosive burst of speed off his layup. Go straight to the basket. Cool, very cool. Check his Euro. Oh, he's got the circus layups. Yep. Pretty cool. Takes the ball, can't strip that, so that's nice. See his cradle. Yep, so it looks like he has a circus layup package, very strong. Yeah, there's a behind the back teleport. Yeah, I don't know why he does it sometimes and not others. Only crazy. What am I thinking about the card? I think he's good. I'm not blown away by it, but I do think he's good. Like, don't get me wrong. I think he's worth the MT. I'm not going to keep him. That's almost definite. But I do like him so far. But understand, I'm stacked at point guard. You know, I got Marbury and Jeremy Lin, and my Jeremy Lin Evo's almost finished. I got Walt Frazier. And I'm playing Dwayne Wade, and I also have the Murray card, who I'm definitely keeping because he has the Hall of Fame range extender. So, you know, Ja's not good enough to keep the MT, but he's definitely good enough. If I didn't have those cards, I would use him. You know, if I didn't have time to Evo Jeremy Lin, or if he was like at the beginning of his Evo, I might run this card. So we're checking his dunk packages out. So that's left hand, ball hand. So what I'm starting to realize doing these, to be totally honest with you, as a park player who's been playing mostly guards that are shooter based, I haven't, until doing these videos, I didn't explore the dunk packages, but as closely as I do now. So the thing about dunk packages is you'll get a different gather based on which hand the ball is in and which is like the strong hand of the dunk package. Every dunk package doesn't have equally good dunks with the left hand and right hand, and every character doesn't have equally good gathers when changing hands. So if the ball is in my right hand and I go up with the right stick pointed towards the right, I'm going to get one thing. If I go up with the right stick pointed towards the left, I'm going to get another thing. Depending on the card, those are going to be different levels of speed and quality. So that's what we're looking at now. So this is right hand, strong hand, excellent, S-class dunk. Excellent. So now we're going to go ball on the right hand, but we're going to go to the left hand. Very good. See, so he can go to both hands from the ball hand. So now we're going to check left hand, see if he's as strong. So you see here, he had a gather, much weaker dunk, going to the left side. We'll check it again. See, he has more of a gather. He doesn't have the explosion going to the left side. So going to the left side, you might want to go to the right hand and get a better dunk. How about the other cards? I think the Jamal Murray is amazing. Kelly Oubre, the Amethyst Kelly Oubre, I hated all of his animations, like a lot. I thought the card would be way better. And that's his fancy, gorgeous. He's got the Westbrook. So I don't think the Oubre is very good. And the Korkmaz doesn't have clamps, so it kind of, he's a great shooter, but it's kind of a GG if you're running an all-clamp squad. If you're running cards without clamps on a lower overall squad, maybe, but I think his 89.3 is, his 89 rating is too high to not have clamps. Whereas like what's his name? Klay Thompson, he has clamps and is also an excellent shooter, right? So I would take the Klay Thompson over the Korkmaz just based off of that. That Klay's a better defensive character. He's a much better defensive character. He also has Intimidator. So yeah, the dribble packages are a go for Ja. Let's see if he has good hop dunks. I mean the dribble packages, the dunk packages. So he has excellent dunk packages, particularly going right and his fancies. Yeah, so going right and fancies, he's very good. When he's going left, you probably want to go to the right hand or go to a flashy. His left hand dunks have a little bit of a gather on him. So unless you're protecting the ball, you don't want to, you might not want to do that. He's not a hop dunker. I gave him a couple opportunities to hop dunk. He doesn't like to do it. He likes to go to the layup, similar to Murray. So I would say as a dunker, he has slightly better dunks than Murray. Murray has good dunks, but he has just slightly better dunks. And there's the behind the back. Yeah, I don't know why he does it sometimes and not others. That's really strange. So let's close this out by looking at Ja's numbers and see what he's bringing to the table. So we see, he's not as good of a three-point shooter as Murray from an attribute standpoint, but he does have a very, very good release. So, I mean, it's over 90, so you should be hitting your shots no matter what. Driving layups way up there. Driving dunk is way, way up there. You should get some really, really nice dunks with this character. Ball handling is completely elite at the very top. Post move, no post game whatsoever. But a very good rebounder, which is worth noting. Very good rebounder. Terrible interior defense. This card's going to get absolutely destroyed by bigger point guards on the inside. Perimeter defense is fantastic, though. So for that reason, even though I wouldn't say this is a bad card for triple threat, if I'm going into triple threat, I do prefer a point guard that's going to have some resistance. These point guards that have no interior defense, when you see the other team is running, 3 forwards, you know what they're going to do. They're just going to try and bully a point guard over and over again. You can hit threes, they can hit two, so it's not the biggest deal in the world. But if I could have a version of Morant that has a 65, 70 interior defense, I'd prefer to have that, right? So no steal, no block. I shouldn't say no steal, but it's not a high steal rating. No block, great hustle, almost excellent lateral quickness, really good. Excellent speed with the ball. Great overall athleticism stats from a speed standpoint. And let's look at his badges. I don't know why I went the wrong way. So his only defensive badge is clamps. I do view that as a negative. Like, no pick dodger, no intimidator. Those are big badges. No Tyler's defender. I don't think this card is... I think Murray's a better card. I'm not even going to lie. Like, Murray does only have the clamps as well, but Murray's bigger, and he has, what's his strength looking like? I do want to compare them a little bit directly now. Strength is only a 54. What's his interior D? Interior D is worse. So they're kind of the same. They're really close, guys. They're really close. Murray's a better shooter. Ja's a slightly better finisher. So it's really, a pick 'em as far as that goes. Let's look at the rest of these badges. He has every good defensive badge, basically Hall of Fame or gold, which is to be expected because Ja's a great finisher. The big difference with the shooting, Murray's a stronger shooter, just overall. You see all of the Hall of Fame badges. Murray's like an elite shooter. Ja's still a really, really good shooter, right? Again, Ja, this is a card that would have been 150, 200K a few weeks ago, right? So he is, I don't want to poo-poo the card at all. I think the card's very, very good. I don't understand why the card is skyrocketing in price the way he is, because he's very good, but he's definitely not blowing me away, particularly from an animation standpoint. I think he's good, but definitely not elite. And maybe because Dwayne Wade is so ridiculously good, and he is much more expensive. Maybe I am judging point guards a little more harshly because Dwayne is just outrageous, which kind of moves the bar a little bit. But yeah, I think the Ja card's very strong. I think people would be really happy with this card. And we didn't even talk about his playmaking. Hall of Fame dimer, excellent. Hall of Fame quick first step, which you can definitely feel on the character. Murray also has that too. Good on him. What's his dimer? Yeah, he has gold dimer. Gold ankle breaker, gold bailout. I see people downplay this badge. This badge is huge. The thing about bailout is you can pass out of hop steps. So, it's a really strong badge. It's a really strong badge. It's not a minor badge. The fact that you can hop step at the basket and then pass without it going out of bounds is very, very important, very effective. Obviously, floor general, great. Lob passer. So in the beginning of the year, Lob City passer was not important at all because every lob went in, it was 100% effective. I think they nerfed lobs, and I've been talking to a lot of rec and park people, and a lot of them are starting to agree that the lob percentages seem to be lower. So I think this badge is a little more important than it used to be. But hang tight. I'm going to do more research on that, ask around, see what's up. First skin, nice T, says price is high because he's a popular player. Yeah, I think that might be it. Because to be totally honest, guys, I don't see why he would be better than Murray. I like Murray's animations more, and I think Murray's a better shooter. Although Ja's a good enough shooter that I don't think the shooting difference is drastic. They're both bad defensive players. They're both roughly the same from an athletic standpoint. Ja has better dunking animations and better dunking badges, but Murray has much better shooting badges. So it's kind of a pick 'em, but he's much more expensive than Murray. So, yeah, so that's pretty much it, guys. That's going to wrap up the Ja review. He's a good card. Do I think he's worth the price? Yeah, I'd say he's worth about 50K, which is a little less than what he's going for. He's going for about, I picked, as you guys saw in the beginning of the video, I sniped him for 45, but people are scooping up those snipes really quickly. So he's probably going to be easier to get around 55 to 60. Is he worth that? I don't know. I think he's close. He's close. You're not getting hustled if you buy this card, in my opinion. But if this is the best point guard in your lineup, then yeah. Yeah, I mean, he brings all the stuff to the table. I think the one knock on the card that I would say is also a knock on Murray is they're not great defenders. Yeah, they have clamps, but that doesn't make you good at defense, right? Like, they're okay defenders. They're not liabilities on defense, which is about where the conversation ends. So I think he's a really good card. I do generally recommend the card, although it's hard because Murray is so much less expensive that he's such a better deal. But I do think there are a lot of people who might like the Morant card more than the Murray card. I'm personally going to sell him, but I have Dwayne Wade to do Morant's job. Whereas at least Murray is giving me a different look with the Hall of Fame range extender. Whereas Ja is just diet Dwayne Wade with Dimer. But as much as I like Dimer, it doesn't make up for the difference of how good Wade is. Wade is just like out of this world good. I think Wade is at worst the second best perimeter like guard in the game. And the fact that he can play point guard is just unreal. He's unreal. Ja is just shy of unreal. He's very good. So there's that. That's the review. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I hope this was informative for you. I will see you in the next one. Thanks again for all of your support. Please like and subscribe. Peace.